One thing we haven't done before, which we'll do right now, is create a little three-stock Rip Van Winkle portfolio. So hypothetically, we're going to sleep today for 5, 7, 10 years. Which three names do you have that you feel so confident about their business models that we can go to sleep for that period of time, wake up, and they'll have done very well?
The first would be Disney. Family entertainment's not going to go away. The most innovative company out there, and with all the technological advances taking place in AR and VR, I think Disney's going to be a huge, huge win. I was driving into work today and I went past the Coach store, and there's Disney, Daffy Duck pictures on shirts. I mean, it's just such a wonderful intellectual property company that's able to, they're monetizing Daffy Duck with Coach sweaters and purses. It's like they're just incredibly innovative. So that's what Disney would be number one. Number two would be McDonald's. 40,000 stores around the world. If we do have inflation, McDonald's is going to pass that food price inflation on to their customers. Delightful products and services all around the world, great management, strong balance sheets. And I just don't think people are going to stop eating, at quick service restaurants, and McDonald's is the dominant player.
And they're innovating too with the kiosks and using technology. And I remember actually interviewing a woman who's very high up with McDonald's Canada, and she was talking about the innovation that they were doing there in technology.
McDonald's has been incredibly innovative. First with the the mobile ordering, the kiosks. I mean, that's been a huge saver. They have fewer cashiers, and the actual size of each order has gone up in dollar value. I think they're going to continue to innovate behind the counter, where the foods be prepared more through robotics and automation. That's one of the reasons why we own a company like Rockwell Automation, for example. So I think McDonald's is going to continue to grind out higher and higher efficiencies. And then one, just for fun, which we bought a little bit of, is in the oil and gas space, is a company called Roulette, symbols RBY, trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange.
Okay.
It's been able to survive in a very difficult environment. They spun Roulette off from Perpetual Energy. It's got a lot of land and some production, around 2,200 barrels a day of production in the Clearwater, which is the hottest play, oil and gas play in Canada. And it's got $40 million in cash, no debt, $2,200 barrels of production a day. It's probably trading at 1.5 times cash flow, where everything else in that space, in that play, is trading at around 7 times cash flow. Very closely held through the Riddell family and the Rose family, Mike Rose of Tourmaline fame. So if you want to buy an oil and gas stock that's spitting out, it's got a market cap of, let's say, $150 million, so it's very small, and it's spitting out about $70 million of cash flow with $40 million in the bank. That's probably a triple or a quadruple down the road.
You mentioned the Riddell family, the Rose family, pretty well legendary out west, in Canada generally, in the oil and gas sector. How much does that influence you, knowing that they've been there, done that, and they know how to operate?
Oh, huge. I mean, the company just raised $40 million, and the Riddell Rose family put $20 million into it, and they already own a bunch. So those are pretty successful, smart people. And I've made my living by following smart people. You don't need to be that smart to do that. And when you see smart, successful people put $20 million into their own energy company, and it's trading at 1.5 times cash flow, and that's not based on $110 oil, by the way. That's based on strip pricing, which is a lot lower. You start going, this company is going to go to the moon. They just raised the money. The deal just closed today. The brokers are all going to come off restriction, and my guess is that brokers are going to be tripping over themselves to recommend this stock fairly soon.